doing today? We're with Jeremy tonight as we're here for the second race of the Relentless Cup Series. Well, last week was a pretty good race at Daytona. Connor Darnell proved that top cows can fly as he won his first race at Daytona. Locked into the playoffs, he said we don't have to worry about the playoffs now and losing it by 1 point. Jeremy, how you doing tonight?
And I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Ready to see some good Vegas racing
Good
compared to
Vegas?
ready to see it at the big spender 150, and somebody's probably gonna go home broke tonight.
Well, there are some interesting faces up at the front. We got Alan Coons, only person to run a 6 in practice. Ethan Flanagan, second. Andrew Kolb, looks like he's getting better in the next gen car, kind of pulling a Martin Truex, not do good for one season, but he's looking good, at least for the first practice in this car. Kevin Jordan, fourth. Zach Bucher. Man, he is 2 tenths faster than Bobby. I'm really surprised to see Bobby that low on the board right now. He is
I think
it
Bobby's
is
still
not
trying to get his
often that we
bearings.
see Bobby 2 tenths off the pace. But the pace today is really close. I mean, good amount of cars are only separated by about a tenth or two. Qualifying, it's going to be a very competitive qualifying. You got to have a really good lap. No screw ups. You got to have a good lap.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing with Bobby is he's just kind of getting a feel for that car. Because he's said before that next gens really ain't his thing, but he's adapting to him pretty well.
Yeah, the next gen car. In terms of driving style, it does drive a little bit different. You can drive the car pretty hard, but sometimes it does feel like the car it can be a little bit hard to turn at times because of the low downforce. Um, I never really understood the steering rack, and it never really could never really feel like get a good feel. I wish I could just stayed with the 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and etc. The big tires, lots of grip. These things are tanks. And you actually have to really get on the brakes at these cars. You can't just throw it in there like you could a truck or an ARCA car. Xfinity car, you can still run pretty hard at a lot of tracks and not really have to worry too much about braking. But these things have a lot less downforce than the Xfinity car.
Yeah, especially with all those Xfinity drivers coming up, it's been an adaptation to a lot of them. But I mean, hey, there's a lot of them that's doing pretty good so far this season, and it's the best of the best in the Relentless Racing League.
Yeah, Jacob Denson just took third. It's going to be interesting to see him, how he does in these cars. A guy who been very close twice in the championship, still yet to get one. So maybe he'll finally get his at Cup.
252 coming in there with the follow. We appreciate it there, man. A person. Don't want to assume somebody's gender. Might have a lawsuit slapped on us.
Just want to let you know I'm listening to the stream and I can hardly hear it.
Well, you probably need to
I can
turn it up.
Oh, it's at 100%. So I might need to put it up a bit. I can hardly hear the voices.
Tremendous have you turned down.
No, you're very low too. Well, we're about to head to qualifying in this race. 2 laps, and then we'll see the grid for our first speedway of the season. Who do you got tonight? Chat, who do you got for the poll? Strange. All right.
Well, a lot of people might want to see Darnell pull it back to back.
I mean, as much as we'd like to see that happen, I
I'm
have my doubts.
I'm gonna throw it out there. A lot of people may not like this pick, but I'm gonna go with Tim Harmon.
No. I'm gonna go more toward what I saw in practice, and I would say a good person or a good pick. You know, Coons would be good. Ethan, maybe Denson. Denson's really good on long runs, so we'll see.
There's a whole lot of them gonna be out there trying to get that win, second race. Somebody wants to have it easy for the rest of the season.
Well, I'm on Kevin Jordan right now. Tony Frey so far putting the fastest lap at 30.32.
It's be interesting to see if that's gonna
And
hold.
yeah, so far not holding quite yet. Andrew Kolb takes 30.19, finding him back up top. And we'll stay there. Zach Buecher second.
And we've talked about a
Nance.
few, but you can't forget that Charlie Harkin's out there.
Yeah, Bobby Rafferty puts it up to fifth. Nance puts it up to fourth. Denson squeezes in, and Kolb gets up to second. Curry to 11th. It'll be a nice big field. We haven't seen one of these in a while. Looks like we're probably going to be having ourselves about 27 cars tonight. It's going to be a nice big old field tonight.
Oh yeah, especially here at Vegas, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, it should be. A few cars still yet to take time, such as Warman, Harmon, Gibberson, Wiggins, Darnell. Simone clocks 17th fastest. Malarkey up to 15th fastest. Matt Richmond across the line, 14th. Tim Harmon, there's your pick. He's running it right now. Let's see what he can get. Cross goes Harmon. He'll get
Ooh.
20th fastest. Not a super fantastic run for Harmon, but, we've seen him come from the back before.
Wiggins, you can hold those grudges as long as you want.
Yeah, racers are like elephants. They don't forget.
P10.
Tim Harmon clocks up to 10. Warman to 12th. And he still has one more lap. It looks like the second lap is the fastest lap. So Warman on a good pace right now. Connor's clocked in at 24th fastest on his first lap. And Warman pulls it in the pits. Darnell across the line, the final qualifier. Takau's flew last week.
Up to
14th.
14.
And Takao will be 14th today.
All right. right.
He has a little sticker apparently on his back end.
Well, before they round it up, we're going to give a couple shout outs to our sponsors and our national anthem, then we're going to come back racing.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, here we go. It is time for the starting lineup. Ethan Flanagan will roll off first in the IGP Mirage Chevrolet, and Andrew Kolb in the Rock Bottom Golf Chevrolet. Third and fourth is going to be Alan Kuhns in the Cruise Travel Ford, and Zach Bucher in the Ancient World Gaming Ford. And fifth is going to be Jonathan Nance in the Bucked Up Chevrolet, and Bobby Rafferty in the Ancient World Ford. Seventh is going to be Bo Dinger in the XK Glow Chevrolet, and Matt Forns in the Relentless Chevrolet. Ninth is going to be Kevin Jordan in Revolt Supply Co. Ford, and Tim Harmon going to be in the Tackle Chevrolet. Rest of the field is going to be Tony Frey, Eric Warman, Colt Curry, Connor Darnell, the Flying Takao, Jacob Denson, Stephen McComas, John Fassenbender, Matt Richmond, Chase Harden, Justin Malarkey, Mike Simone, Justin Barkley, Michael Buckley, Charlie Harcum, Michael Giberson, Jeff Medlin. Pace car is off the track in any moment now. And we're about ready to go to green. Here we go. Second race of the season underway at Las Vegas. Ethan Flanagan going to lead him down the green. Here we go. Green flag and Relentless. Ethan going to take him down to turn one. A little bit of jack in, but no moves yet. Everyone pretty much staying single file, but they are thinking about three wide, but not doing it yet as they go down the back straightaway for the first time. Ethan to a good lead on the start.
Yeah, Ethan really got him a good jump there like he was wanting. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can actually, hold on to it. And you got a little two side by side between Kolb and Kuhns right there. He ain't giving up neither.
Yeah, right now. Almost had three wide between 95 and the 10 of Forns. And Kevin Jordan has moved up or moved down a little bit. As Jonathan Nance looking to get the pass done on Kuhns, and he's just going to fly right up high. Now, Vegas. Would you rather be in this car? Would you rather be on the high side or the low side? I got to say, I think the high side is probably a better place to be with this car when side by side.
I'm going to try to keep it down on that yellow line or the white line as much as I can. And just comfort zone.
Yeah, comfort. You might be able to save your tires a little bit more. And, well, you know, Matt just got a little bit of a wiggle, got a little bit too far down low in that, and it got him a little bit squirrely. Back of the pack, Tony Frey under Jacob Jensen. Trying to get a little bit of draft from Warman. But everyone's pretty much gotten out, straightened out so far.
Yeah.
Now,
It's a whole
the
lot
thing with the
better.
Cup Series, long runs, is what we experienced last season. And, you know, a lot of returning guys and a lot of really experienced guys, too. So I really honestly expect a low amount of cautions today, even with a larger field. You know, we got how many cars tonight? We're running 26 right now. Charlie Harkin in the last, by the way. That is not a usual sight.
He may just be hanging back in the back and just, you know, getting a feel for it.
I mean, granted, yeah, we have 150 laps, but you know, these are races where you can't afford to hang back in the back. I mean, even though, like, you know, we were talking earlier about trucks, you know, you can't afford just to hang back half the race and then charge in the last 40. You got to get your position when you can, and you can't afford just to, you know, hang around. You know, you want to be in front and stay there, because if you're in the rear, you know, you're susceptible to, you know, problems in front of you, and you know, it's going to be harder to get those positions back when it comes down to it. So our philosophy is get every position as fast as possible.
Oh, we got it, man. We're going to do a little driver spotlight. That paint scheme Chase Harden is running since he has became a die-hard FSU fan. Give him a little bit of that screen time for what happens when you stick your foot in your mouth and you lose.
Clemson lost to Florida State, huh? Well, he just hit the wall, so, you know, he wants to scratch up that paint just a little bit. Justin Barkley just mic'd up, "Don't you scratch that car." Good looking scheme, though. Never been too much of a Clemson fan. The only time I really rooted for them was when they were playing Alabama. Andrew Colville, I gotta give a shout to Colville real fast. And Colb, he already, man, we saw last season where at the end of the season he was really picking it up with this car. But we get to this point now, start of the new season, running third. He was almost never up here for the first half of at least last season. So it's going to be really interesting to see if he can finally get this win in the next gen car.
Cole, a major improvement from last season. So come back with a fresh paint and fresh skills. So
yeah, one of our biggest movers right now is John Fassenbender, up 4 spots, as well as Jeff Medlin. No real high or low losing drivers. Farthest dropper right now is Tony Frey, 16th, 5 down from where he had started. No more, as some people would say, no more pills for that 6 car.
you know, he's straight up exiled now.
Yeah, he exiled those pills off his hood. So, thank you, Bobby, for that. Don't have to look at that anymore. Good scheme, but
A little bit better there, Stanley.
yeah, I know, Tom. That's what we were talking about before. Yeah, Tom looking for the 2 and the 88. Yeah, right now, I mean, they're doing pretty good. Dinger in 6th, Kolb in third, hanging up right behind Johnny Nance. Might actually be able to get a pass on him. A little bit of a bump from the 8 to the 35. This is going to be for the lead. And Kolb sees those two getting into it. Thought about taking it 3 wide for a moment, but is going to try to get his teammate around him and then try to get himself around the 35. Now, Kolb is hoping that the 8 is going to help him get around the 35 because he's stuck on the bottom. And he's like, I helped you get this pass. Help me get the pass too there, Johnny. Johnny Nance to first, Kolb to second. Ethan trying to get back under him.
I think the 5 right there is kind of put away.
Yeah, falling up a little bit, but can't really do anything. It's just a low downforce. You can't really charge that low side as much and carry a lot of speed on the high side. And Ethan, I would say, he really wants to get back up on the high side because now Kuhns is going to get around him because Ethan's just stuck down there. So if I was Ethan, I mean, either just try to slide to Kuhns or just try to get around. But, Zach's right behind there too. And, yeah, he's getting impatient with Kuhns now because Zach's going to be behind him too. So Ethan's probably going to lose the position to Zach as well, unless he can get in there, and he does. Very good move there by Ethan to get around and get back into the third position.
Squeezed it in right there.
Zach with the run on the 60, and should be able to complete that very, very easily. There is a little bit of aero push in this car, it looks like. Not a ton, though. So everything should be all right, at least in that aspect.
Got that second pack of 5 right there of Harmon, Rafferty, Dinger, Jordan, and Corns. Jordan and Dinger, door to door.
And there's a big old diamond going around here with the Hooters car, the BAHR. Tony, John Fassenbender might be able to put it 3 wide if he wants to between the 73 and the 9.
These guys are not leaving nothing. I'm just glad to see John running that 7 in Hooters. It kind of eases my OCD a little bit.
How's that?
That's the only way you need to run a 7 car.
Fair enough. Well, while we were distracted on that, Kolb is in the lead. And Zach Bucher nearly got loose off Ethan. Kolb really, really high up on the track. But Nance got down low, and it allows Ethan to go right on by. Now, what Nance don't want to do here is he's going to need to get slotted up in front of Zach, because if he doesn't, he might get freight trained. He's going to stay down there, though. Doesn't cut Zach off. And Zach's sitting in the draft, too. Now he does it really, really late. It really messes up his run. It's going to allow Zach to get a lot of speed, and Zach can easily make the pass now on the bottom.
Yeah,
Zach to
Kolb.
4th or 3rd.
Stanley out there, Kolb had that first year blues. He had to get through that rookie team season.
Yeah, I mean, Kolb was the top driver, you could argue, 2 seasons ago in that last season of Gen 6. Very competitive. Angel, I think he actually beat Angel in wins. Angel was unstoppable last season, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think everything's going to be wide open. If things are like they are, you're going to have a lot of legit contenders. You know, Kolb, if he can manage to get back to the form, he'll be a contender. Flanagan, Zach Bucher's getting better. You know, Coons has always been up there. Bobby, you know, he's always been up there. You know, Malarkey even. He's probably going to come up later in the race. There's a lot of legit guys in here that are going to have some good shots. So Connor's is hoping he doesn't pull an Austin Dillon this season.
Connor, speaking of him, he's just hanging back in the back. Down to 24th position.
Charlie Harkin out of the race. Lost connection. Ethan thought about it under Andrew Kolb, got up to his bumper, but was not able to complete the pass. Now, we're going to be going to lap 55. Oh, man. He gets Kolb a little bit up in the wall there. Ethan's going to get a pass on Kolb, and he's going to fall back to fourth. Caution is out. Big crash on the front straightaway. Involves Kevin Jordan, Bobby Rafferty. Looks like
That was
a couple more cars.
I believe that started off with Harmon and Rafferty getting into each other a little bit.
Yeah, well, looking at the replay right now, Harmon looked like he pushed up a little bit. Gave Rafferty a good old spin, which caused Nance to plow through them and caused a big old roadblock there.
Nance involved. That's what Dinger involved. Bourne's involved.
Yep. Dinger got absolutely packed by Matt.
Malarkey. He's going through the infield trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Looks like Fezzenbender may get caught up with a little bit of it.
Well, down pit road, everybody is coming. It's going to be some damage repair time for quite a few cars. Now, the question is, who's going to take tires and who will take gas? A lot of tire takers. And I believe we're going to have 4 tire sets. I'm going to check this real fast. It's typical. Yeah, we have 4 extra tire sets.
And start under caution. We're going to throw a commercial break to cut scene. And we will, after the commercial break, we'll yank Connor up here as being winner of last week and have a word with him.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
Okay.
Hello, hello, Connor.
How's it going?
How's the Flying Tack Cow doing today? Well, good job last week. You know, you're not going to miss the playoffs by 1 point now. So you got that going for you. So rest of the season, how does the rest of the season play out for you now that you don't really have to worry about getting into the playoffs off points?
Yeah, we're you know, after last week, I kind of evaluated how I wanted to run the season, and I know there's gonna be some days where I'm not gonna be able to make races and all that, and use all my drop weeks and all that fun stuff. But you know, we're gonna practice for the races that we really need to do good at, and kind of just push it at some points of the season. But also, we're just gonna have a good time and kind of relax and make sure we get some other guys on our team into the playoffs and kind of give ourselves the best chance to win some sort of championship, if that's driver championship or team championship, whether each one works. But yeah, we're just kind of relaxing. Gonna put together some good runs and have a damn good time doing it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I wish I was there. Wish I could have been there to call it last week, but got to see it. Popped in halfway through. Kind of slept on you a little bit, but hey, you did a good job, and maybe we'll see some more wins out of that 9 team or even the Takao team.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely have some more wins this year. We got a good group for Takao this year, and I think there's going to be big things happen. And just it's all about having a good time. People are going to get mad, but we're all about having a good time over here at Takao, and if we can be up there at the front, it's just going to be even more fun.
All right, well, right now I believe your top guy right now is Colt Curry, so let's see what he can do up there too.
Hey, there we go. So,
All right, good luck.
thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, so looking at the pit road times, Flanagan got fuel only. So did Simone, Warman, Richmond, Curry, McComas, Buckley, Barkley, and Kolb, it would appear. So, as we all know, old tires typically are at least a little bit better the first couple laps. But, I do expect some of these guys to fall off. We're just trying to save an extra set for the end in case we need it. It's going to be a 40-lap stage at the end of the race for stage 3. We don't have to worry about spinning the tires either because these things take off pretty good on old tires. Green flag. Here we go. Good start so far from everybody. The old and new tire battle is going to heat up pretty quickly. Getting some 2-3 wide action already. Colt Curry under Matt Richmond. And Ethan to the lead with Matt Alan Cummins to his inside. Cummins did take tires, so I assume that he'll probably be able to get... Oh, Ethan loose into the wall. Got a little bit of a wiggle, slapped the wall, and gets up right in front of Simone, kills his run.
Well, you was talking about that one on the front. I was watching the one back in the back where, what was it? Buckley, Madeline, Nance, and Rafferty almost had them another repeat.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Bobby's probably not too happy about getting involved early like that. Ethan, loose again. Wheel damage on the 35. Calls out on the radio that he has wheel damage. 3 wide now between the 20 and the 93. Colt Curry up to 5th. Going to slide up in front of Ethan. No black flag on the 35, but he is loose off all the corner exits. Tony Frey thinking about 3 wide. No, does not, as Colt blocks the run. And it's a big 3-car breakaway. Alan Kuhn, Zach Bucher, Jacob Denson.
Colt Curry got a little tight right there and almost went into Richmond.
Yeah, and, these guys are just going to have to be careful passing Ethan. He is not driving well right now. I mean, who can blame him with the car damage he has right now? The car looks very, very tight and very, very loose. And now how can the car be loose and tight at the same time? Well, it doesn't want to turn, and when he's turning it, it wants to kick out. So he can't really get the turning going, and the car wants to kick out. So it's being a tough car right now. 3 wide right now. Medlin up already. He is up to 10th spot. And still going 3 wide.
Ray stuck it 3 wide between the 20 and the 7.
Yeah, Medlin 3 wide with Nance and Curry. Medlin firing it up the middle to get around Curry. Bray gets a little down low and going to get shoved into the wall by his teammate. Backed out a little bit when he hit the 93. Nothing really he could do. Jeff Medlin into Tony Frey. And Bobby, a man on the mission, he is pissed off probably. He is up to 8th right now and now to 7th.
Yeah, I don't think
That little
Bobby
battle
took
we
too
had.
much damage from that first incident if he's able to run through the field the way he is.
Yeah, he's fine. Who knows? Maybe the car is driving better with the damage. Maybe put on some modifications. 20 laps to go. This time on the stage, Kuhn still leads. And as of now, side-by-side battle for Nance and Fassenbender, 5th and 6th. Fassenbender, second highest mover, actually third highest mover, up 12. Highest mover is Michael Giberson right now, 22 gained in 4th. Good run so far for Michael.
He's making that Toy Story scheme pretty proud right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's probably very happy to be running up there. It's not every day we see Michael up there.
I tell you what, he ain't got no friends up there.
Yeah, I mean, you have Colt. Fell back to 14th right now. Yeah, no friends right now as Nance makes the pass around Gibb for 4th spot. Hooter's car definitely has a little bit of a cave-in on the rear. Might be helping him, actually, with that kind of damage.
You got Exile running right there, what, 7th, 8th, and 9th, with Bucher up in 4th or 2nd.
Ethan's fallen all the way back to last place. Last car on the lead lap.
The top 3 have pretty much broke away, almost a 4-second gap.
And Ethan's gonna have to say, oh man, yeah. Ethan's really fighting the car. Gets loose in the entrance and tight on entry and loose on exit. 3 wide. Kevin Jordan puts it under the 2 and the 70. Slots it up there and easy pass for Kevin Jordan. It is a big separation though. You got about 4 seconds between the first 3 and then the first group behind them, and then about another 4-second gap between everybody else. So it's going to be really hard to kind of advance from where you are right now until that caution comes out. Luckily, caution comes out in just 15 laps.
I think that's maybe what Flanagan's trying to hold on to, is try to stay
He
on
has
the
to.
lead lap to get that damage fixed.
Well, right now he's in the middle of 3 and 4. Zach Bucher, leader, hits a 1 right now, so he'll be fine as long as he can just hang on to it. As long as he can hang on, he'll be able to fix that. I mean, that is a lot of. You can't really see the damage when you're looking on board with him, but the damage, you can definitely see it with his driving. It does not look like he's having a good time driving. And he's really slow, too, so it doesn't help him either.
Bessenbender's joined into the party of the Exiled. Trying up high on Medlin on the outside, trying to get a run off of him, using the draft from Rafferty. That right there is your fight for the last stage point position.
Yeah, that'd be Medlin, wouldn't it?
As of
Medlin's
right
in
now,
the
it
last
would
spot?
be Medlin.
Yep. Medlin, good run today. He started last. And up 18 spots. Can't do much better than that. Take a quick look at the chats. See what we got going on in the chats. Right front damage is why he's tight and loose. Simple way to put it, says Tom. Got Mel M. Fly. Let's go, Richmond. And T-Stan says make sure to watch for tires rolling away from pit boxes. Yeah, Jeff Medlin up to 6th right now. Bobby falling back. Ooh, Bobby big loose. He just saved that car. Wow. You got to get a replay on Bobby saving that car, because that was a good save. These things, pain in the butt to save. Good save. Oh, man, he's loose again. Getting real loose off the corner. It looks like he's really fighting some tire wear or something right now. He is getting mega loose right now, and he might need to back it down just a little bit.
I think the tires starting to play into effect.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is a track I remember. Now, it's been a long time since I've run a Cup car at Vegas. But, you know, once you get about 25 laps into the run, that's when the tires really start to get loose. He appears to be getting really loose in the rear. It looks like he's really lost some of the rear tires. And when he's powering it down, the tires are spinning, and Bobby's getting, I'm watching him the last couple laps. He's really getting loose with the rears. He needs to put down less power.
I'm pulling for Harmon.
He's going to try a different line, the high side now.
I think Joe went with a comfortable pick.
Yeah. Bobby moved up high, and it actually seems to be helping him. He's not going as fast, but it doesn't look like he's as uncomfortable when he's coming out of the corners. So maybe he's just trying to salvage what he can. The car may not be liking the transitions right now out of the corners. But yeah, he has a handful with that car right now. But it said Colt saying sorry to Barkley. I'd like to see what he did. You didn't even do anything, Colt. What are you apologizing for? Bo Dinger, duck, and a sandwich right now. 16th place. Trying to get, helping Simone get around Richmond, perhaps. Malarkey gonna probably put his pull his late race shenanigans, get up to the front. Who do you and Jeremy have to win? Yeah, Jeremy said he has Harmon. I was saying good chances tonight. Would have probably been Ethan Kolb or Allen. Well, guess what? Two of those picks ain't doing too hot. Coons is in second, but Kolb is 22nd. And Ethan is drowning at the rear with damage. We just had Nance get loose from 5th, drop down to 6th, get in the grass a little bit. Lucky he only lost one spot.
There's gonna be that battle for that last spot. Stage point.
Zach, man, really loose off the corner. Yeah, right now, Bobby is just incredibly loose. I don't know if he'll be able to hang on to that right now. A spot right now, Bobby. Fassbender 9th. Zach has a comfortable lead. He'll probably come out away with his first stage win. Tim Harmon putting the pressure to John Fassbender. Gonna try to get the little bit of a draft off Tony. 2 laps to go. Chad Wiggins is close to pit entrance, and Harmon on a run. He might be able to get a stage point or 2 up to 9th. Harmon looking, gets under the 8. Got a run, the 77 loose, putting it 3 wide down the backstretch. Harmon making it stick, looking good, and Bobby's still loose as Nance gets on the high side. And Bobby's going to fall back to 9th. Nance now in 8th. And it's going to try to get that position back from John Nance.
Rafferty's car is not liking him right now.
Yeah, and Nance has had to back out of the corner. That might give Bobby a chance down the back straightaway. trying to really get every kind of draft he can off that one car. And the 8's going to have to punch it on the high side if he wants to get that stage point. He will not. Bobby's going to clear him and get up in front of him. Caution is out. Zach Bucher gets the stage win. Kewins, Denson, Giberson, Medlin, Frey, Harmon, Rafferty, Nance, Fassenbender, Jordan, Warman, Richmond, Malarkey, Forns, Dinger, Simone, Barkley, McComas, and Darnell, top 20. We'll bring up old Zach. Oh, Bobby crashed under caution. What happened there? Looks like they were coming back to the. They were coming to catching the pace car, and I mean, yeah, just following a little bit too close to Bobby. And Bobby will get his position back, although not without some damage. And John Nance might be getting a talking to later for that.
That was
Wasn't intentional, but definitely.
It was a pretty hard lick Bobby took into that wall.
Yeah, you don't need to be speeding that far to the caution. But Bobby
Fassenbender
mic'd up,
almost
and
got
he
caught
is
up.
unhappy. Luckily, Bobby does not look like he has a lot of damage, so he'll be okay with that.
He hit it pretty smooth on his side, so hopefully it didn't break any of those wheels.
Bobby doesn't have a black flag, so that is good for him. Chase Harden, one lap down. Let's see if he is going to take a wave.
We'll grab Zach. We'll get him up here.
Yeah, Bobby still on pit road, so must be fixing damage along with the 35. Doesn't want to end up like what Ethan was that stage. All right, I will grab old Zach.
Zach is up here right now, stage 1 winner.
Zach, how you doing?
What's going on, Joe?
Doing pretty good. Looks like at least today, the trainees became the master, I guess you could say.
I don't know. I'm just up here running, having fun, seeing how it goes.
Well, you started up front, never really fell off any. How's this car feeling for you on your first speedway race?
Pretty good, pretty good. I like it. I ran a season in another league in it, just to get a little experience to get ready for this league. So I really do enjoy this car. It kind of fits my driving style better because I have a tendency to hit the wall, and this thing can take a beating. So I like that.
We saw a lot of cars getting loose as the run went on. How was that for you?
Towards the end of the run, yes, I just kind of had a baby foot it a little bit there towards the end.
Yeah, because it looked like with some cars that it looked like it was getting tight on entrance and loose on exit. Would you agree with that? Or it was even getting loose, like once you got to mid corner, like the rear would want to kick out, but the car didn't really turn either.
Towards the end of the run, towards the middle of the run, it kind of gets tight though. It's ever ending on the changing.
The one thing I'm wondering though is difference between the low and the high side. Well, what's feeling better for you right now?
Right now I'm thinking the low. It's kind of just feeling more grippy down there.
You thinking the high side's better for when passing though? Because it seems like the cars are really having trouble getting speed when side by side on the low side.
I do think that, so it's going to be a high side passing track, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, congrats on the stage 1 win, and we'll see if you can repeat.
You may not be thinking this now, but you're welcome for bringing you up here because I'm pretty sure your ears were starting.
My bad. I was listening to what the hell the game was telling me about. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, Jeremy had a comment for you.
Do what?
Jeremy said, "You're welcome for coming up here because your ears might have been hurting."
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on that right now.
Yeah,
We won't put him in
can't blame him.
We won't put him in harm's way. No
Bobby's
perjury.
Bobby's a scary guy. He's scary.
There's Mr. Dave Woody right there coming back. Finally, we've got Bo the Show Dinger.
Yeah, Bo the Show. Yeah.
If he's gonna head to the front, he's gonna have to keep that nose clean because he's been
Yeah.
dinged a few times.
I was gonna tell you this. Well, keep an eye on that 77 because he's hot right now. Keep an eye on the 35. You know, he's got his damage fixed. He's gonna be wanting to get back up to the front where he feels he belongs. Same with Andrew Kolb. You know, the first two drivers are 17th and 22nd right now, so they want to get back up to where they think they should be. Green flag. Here we go. Good start from everybody. Everybody keeping it in the line to start so far. Medlin looked like he was about to jump out of line, but Denson going to run bottom two. Cohen's going to take the lead on the back straightaway. That's what I was talking about with it, at least on the start. The high side seems to be better when it comes to being side by side. You can just get a lot of better of a run off the corner. So Cohen's is going to take the lead with Zach the second, Denson, and then Medlin.
It's the big Spender 150 at Vegas, but it might be the big Temper 150 at Vegas by the time this race is over with.
Yeah, taking a look at the back of the pack right now. No real movement yet from the 88, 35, or 77. As Ethan has a Toy Story portrait in front of him, and Kolb nearly gets taken out by Colt Curry. Coleman, 20 got into it a little bit, and that nearly sent the 88 flying.
Colt trying to send him to Infinity and beyond.
Yeah, and Ethan nearly did the same thing to the 32. It looks like some of these cars are really pushing when they're on the bottom. We noticed that with that first wreck that happened with the car. I don't remember who pushed, but they really pushed up there and got into one. And you're going to want to get moving fast. You don't want these cars to get spread out too much if you're behind. Dinger and Malarkey, side by side. I think Dinger's best option would probably be to slot in if possible. We lost Stephen McComas for a second. He is back. He's going to be some laps down if he gets back into the race.
Dinger's
And you
still
don't wanna-
battling it out door to door.
Yeah, and the problem for Dinger is that the high side just gets so much more speed that if you can't clear early in the turn, he's lucky though that Malarkey was that high, because you don't really want to go that high that Malarkey was going. If you're now where Malarkey is right now, if he was there last turn, Dinger doesn't make that pass, because you can see like with Forns what's going on right now. Stephen McComas back on the racetrack. Kolb slowly making his way up front. He's in 14th right now, but yeah, you know, Malarkey, as I was saying, you know, he gradually makes his way up front, doesn't qualify all that well, but always manages to finish well. Right now, Malarkey in the battle for 10th, and is on the high side right now, so he should be able to get around Matt.
Yeah, Zach's putting the pressure on Allen, but somebody we ain't talked about, which, you know, he came up from Xfinity pretty good, and that's going to be Jacob Denson. He's just quietly been running in P3, minding his P's and Q's, and he's got a pretty clean car looking.
Yeah, Denson, you know, a guy that we expect to be up there almost every week. Very good racer. And he's hungry too, because he was in the Final Four both times, and did not get the finishes he wanted. We'll put it that way.
I'll tell you what, that pack all the way from about 4th to 10th is looking pretty tight.
It is tight, and there's a lot of guys. We saw in qualifying. Yeah, 3 wide almost. But we saw in qualifying even the times were really similar. We got a lot of guys running similar times here, so it seems like if that you want to be in that front pack that's breaking away right now. It seems like it's the same guys that we're seeing up there. Kolb just wants to be in a good position when this next caution comes out. Could be sooner or later. Oh, here we go. We might be getting one. One car in the grass. That is, I believe, Harmon. Tim Harmon takes a ride in the grass.
I'm not going to lie, there for a minute, I thought it was Rafferty again.
Yeah, Rafferty ain't that far up right now. But what happened is it looked like Harmon pushed, then got a little bit loose, bumped into Matt, and got a little bit of an assist from somebody. And Matt did lose a couple positions off of that, was 7th, and then looks like he's fallen back to 9th.
Looks like that could have been a little bit of net code.
Yeah, maybe. Kolb continues the charge up to 11th with Malarkey now up to 7th. Malarkey slowly but surely making his way up on the rear end of the 39 and going to take the run on the outside. It has maybe just an inch or two, and he needs to get a good strong run off this corner to get around side by side from Medlin. Got a little bit loose, but will complete the pass he should. Going to get onto the 8 car and get around in the 6th.
You're right there, Davey. I was exactly thinking the same thing.
What did Davey say?
Harmon and Matt have a way of finding each other.
Yeah, I guess.
Matt Debo Thorns, he wants his bike back.
Yeah, got some interesting chats. Yeah, it's a 3-car breakaway still. Cohen still leads, but yeah, this mid pack, where the action is right now.
Oh, it's still right there, about 5th to 11th now.
Yeah, pretty much about 12th to 5th. Yeah, that's about where all the action is. Just have a big old clump of cars. And if you're in this group, especially in the rear, you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your crew chief, come on, you get up there. And if you're in the rear, and if you're in the front, you'll just be like, man, just don't pass me.
Right now, Coons and Bucher's battling it out for that lead.
Yeah, Coons stays up top. Zach may have just been kind of saving his stuff behind him. He's going to try on the inside.
Denson's sitting right there loving seeing this battle, knowing they're burning their tires up.
Well, he also loves it because, side-by-side racing isn't as fast as single file, so Denson's going to take this opportunity to get up front. And Zach needs to complete this pass, and it looks like he might be able to. But, Denson's kind of just chilling. And if I was Denson here, I'd really just try to get up there and put it 3 wide.
Got Coons sporting that GC Cruise Travel Scheme Cup sponsor.
Bobby, down pit road. Got a little bit loose coming in the pits, but looks like he's going to be the first stopper of the day.
Got Warman worked his way up to 4th.
Oh, and I think I know why he is going into the pits, because he got walled by Michael Buckley. And he is going to be under extensive repairs.
Hendrick 88 flying. Appreciate that follow. Joe, that group from about 5th to 12th, they've kind of single filed out.
Yes, they have. And now we got some pit stops starting. Kevin Jordan down pit road was in the rear of the pack. And he was really, really far off. So we're going to try to just get some tires bolted on and stay on the lead lap.
I'm kind of let down right now. We ain't seen Barkley's favorite word of mega cram happen just yet, so.
Yeah, Kevin Jordan, fuel only for the 95. So going to try to hope that that'll be enough for him to get a move on. Kevin Jordan, only car that has pitted so far for fuel. And we're getting to that point now. We're about halfway through the stage. In terms of race laps, we'll probably be there in about 2 or 3 laps. So right now, it's it's thinking time. What are you going to be doing? You're going to be going for 4? You're going to be going for 2? Well, I don't think 2 would really be a smart idea. But Jeremy, what position do you got to be in to say, hey, I'm going to go for 2, not 2, for 4 or for none?
If I'm back in the back, I'm just going to do it. Take 4 and roll. I mean, this far into the run, you really need to go ahead and get your tires redone and get the new ones on there because it's fixing to start getting halfway through it almost. So, you got at least 1 more pit stop. Go ahead and get the fresh ones on.
And Bobby has left the session. Harmon down pit road. A lot of the rear guys are heading down the pit lane right now. Harmon overshoots the stall just a little bit.
Right now, Vegas has not been a fan of Dinger Davy.
Dang, I was just looking at the Twitch. If you get 10,000, you can
There it
join
is.
in the booth. What in the world? Yeah, caution is out. That's going to be Johnny Nance.
Ooh.
And pulls out.
Down there.
So let's see what happened here. So, Matt rammed a car pitting. And then doesn't look where he's going.
That's
And gives the
Malarkey.
70 a bit of a hit. And they were coming up from Malarkey.
Kolb involved. Dinger, I think Dinger may have made it through without a ding.
I don't know. Was Matt like falling asleep there or something?
I think that was Malarkey was heading to the pit, so it may have been a miscommunication there or something.
Yeah, but you can see the car slowing down. I think it looks like Matt fall asleep there. He wasn't paying attention.
Matt out there team killing.
What? So, everyone that pitted should be getting a wave around. So, unlucky, but lucky at the same time. Coons wins the battle off pit road. Looks like Connor didn't take any tires.
Davey, I'm not for sure on that one.
All right, are we back? We're back. Hello.
We never left.
What?
Look, we've been watching the sponsor car GC Travel Cruise. 60 of Alan Coons.
Rafferty, Jeremy, I'll be there for your son's race and then more than likely taking the season off.
I think
Yeah, not a
Bobby may
not a
be
good
crew
race
chiefing.
for him. Not a good race for him today, but watch, he'll come back and win 5 in a row. Not a good run for Bobby today, but everybody has those nights. Everybody has those unlucky nights. But Bobby, if you're listening, at least you're having the bad luck now and not in the playoffs. You'll probably be in the playoffs, so you'll be doing all right.
Darnell snuck up to P4.
All right.
Cooper and Coons, 1 and 2, they're very familiar with those positions.
Yeah.
Benson and Carnell.
Coons knows what he's doing. I mean, it's the high side's better. If you don't get the pass made on the bottom on turn 1, you're not going to get the pass. And he wants Zach to be stuck on the bottom too, and maybe get passed by a few people. So, yeah, Coons definitely choosing smartly on the high side there.
Well, this restart's going to see right here how it's going to play out. And Zach's actually been pretty decent on the inside, but got Darnell up there in the mix now, and we'll see how he's going to settle with Denson.
Yeah, let's see if the flying Takao can get into the lead. Here we go, green. Yeah, and you know what? The 61 it is happening to Zach right now. He's going to get stuck down on the bottom at least. He wants Connor to really get going with that 60. Try to just keep him under and don't let him get aside. He tried crowding Connor, didn't work, and now Zach going to be put 3 wide down the middle. His best bet's is to swat on top right now and take the 3rd position. I don't know how Connor's going to run with them old tires, but Zach really had to back out. Connor making a good choice right now, at least as it is. With 20 laps to go in the stage almost.
This is some hard nose racing right here. Medlin has to ease off.
Zach runs up high. And should clear Warman this time.
Coons jumped out to a pretty good lead right there.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it helps that he has the 9 car, old tires blocking him. So it's going to be a very big challenge for Jacob to get back up to the front. So as long as Coons can keep this short run going good, he should be okay. And I would say that Zach has been more of a threat tonight than Jacob. So having Jacob in front of Zach and having Connor slowing him down, that's what I would say Coons wants to see right now.
Connor's starting to have the bad luck of the tires. They're starting to get around him.
And he did this move purely for track position. Big crown from Barkley. He's like, you're slowing me down. Get your butt moving. And 3 wide now between Barkley, Curry, and Frey. Barkley looks under the top cow. And Darnell falling back now.
That's what I was going to say. If Frey's going to get around it, now's his chance to drop down.
Yeah, you just got to keep track of who's on olds and who's on news. Right now, at least. Coons had a 10-second stop, so I'm actually not sure if he took tires
I think
or
that's
not.
going to be right sides only.
You know what? I will check. Looking right now at that pit stop for the 60. Yeah, right sides only for the 60. It appears to be the same for Harmon. No tires for Darnell. Is either none or 2 for Gibbs, and only fuel for Kevin. Warman up to 3rd, gotten around him, and it looks like Simone is going to be trying to get the draft off Warman, kick back Zach a bit. It's going to be interesting to see if Denson's going to be able to run down Coons with 15 to go, though. They ran an identical lap time last time by.
Make sure to y'all don't forget this Saturday we are having that donation race for my wife and son who is heading out to the West Coast. That little QR code, see there on the screen. Get you all the information you need.
Yeah, hopefully we have a good turnout for that race.
Well, you know what? We're going to have somebody that we don't really hear much from them. But we're going to bring in Mr. Davey Hendrick.
All right, what does Davey got to say for us today?
Oh, none. I've just been enjoying this race. This has been a pretty, I mean, there's been issues, but I think this has been pretty decent racing overall. I like how aggressive people are being. It's not really a single line race.
Yeah, aggressive is good. Fun.
It can be, but there's been a couple of spots that have brought up some issues. Like I don't know, like the whole Malarkey Horns thing was kind of odd. I don't know what that deal wasn't in here to hear what was said, but
Malarkey said he missed his entrance, but in my opinion, Matt fell asleep. But
I don't know. It was, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll go back and watch that one.
I don't know. But then again, I'm not gonna hyper-analyze it like some kind of crazy man.
Thorns deboed. He deboed Malarkey. He took his bike back.
Oh, he definitely killed it. I'm wondering how much damage he had after that one. because that couldn't have been. That was not an easy hit. He went to the outside wall with.
I gotta tell you though, Davey, the mid-pack racing has been phenomenal. Around like for around the like 5th to like 12th position, it's been really close racing between that mid-pack.
Yeah, they've been going like multiple grooves, all kinds of stuff to try and get around one another. I've been sitting back watching what is this, Harmon for a bit, because he's about in that 11th or 12th spot. Speaking of the devil, and yeah, it's been great to watch. They ran a couple of practice races this week, so I feel like a lot of people put in some time and kind of figured out how to race around one another, what grooves work for them, passing and defending, and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I think this race tonight, it's going to be between Kewins and Zach. Maybe Jacob, too. I think whoever is in the lead on a late restart will win the race. Kewins seems to be better on the short run. Zach seems to be better on a longer run. So Kewins is going to want to make sure that he can maintain his track position and be in a good spot to where he can get that first win of the season for himself.
We're done with the stages, right? From this point on, it's just we're going, right?
Yeah, stage is at 110.
Oh, see, I heard you guys. It was a few minutes ago talking about 2 tires. Who were the people that took 2 tires on that stop?
It appeared to be. I
Kewins.
will pull it back up again. Yeah, Kewins got tires on 2. Gibb might have.
Richardson.
See, I think that's kind of smart. We in one of those races we ran, I took 4 tires and a couple people took 2, and they were easily keeping up with me on these runs. So I think 2 tires might actually be smart on if you have like a late race caution or something like that.
Yeah,
Not
Jacob
sure.
is starting to reel in Kewins, but you can get away with it for a short period of time. I'd say 10 or less to go. It makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was a green-white checkered, or maybe a couple more laps than that. But Thorns just about trucked me over on 2 tires in one of those races, so I think it could be pretty viable in the end game.
You got to keep
With
in
40
mind, though,
laps green, nah, maybe we'll see.
Connor took no tires on that restart, and he held up for at least a couple laps. So, depending on where you are, the no tires even might be a good idea, depending on where you are.
I mean, usually these cars do better after you get some heat in them. So cold tires takes a couple laps, and if you're on that green-white checkered, cold tires might not be the way to go. You might want those older tires to keep up some speed for that little bit of time. I haven't spent too much time in the car, so I don't know like how bad tire fall off really is. But in the couple of races we ran this week, I mean, old tires were not that far off for a short amount of
to the
time.
lead, 4 to go on the stage. And Zach would really love to get around Allen. Allen has been beating him on pit road all night, out of the two guys. And Allen's going to be fighting Zach because he knows that he can probably beat Jacob. Not sure about Zach, though.
Look right now, you've got Medlin sneaking in to start helping Bucher possibly.
Do they give stage points to top 10 or top 7?
7.
I think it was top 8. I thought.
Top 7.
Oh, I thought it was 8. Oh, well.
Yeah, the big fight I see is between Flanagan, Richmond, and Frey. I've seen Ethan's just about gone 3 wide a couple of times, and now Harmon's catching up to him.
Yeah,
While
he got
Ethan's
big
sideways
leads,
off
too.
the corner. So this might be, it's not for stage points, but this is probably the most, speaking of the devil, Richmond and Tony are hitting. This might be the best race.
I think Ethan had a chance tonight. I don't know if he'll be able to get it back up there. But, I would stick it 4 wide if I was Ethan. Try to pick off all 3 of these dudes. He needs every position he can.
Ethan is the person that I could easily see throwing this 4 wide to get some spot.
Come on, Ethan. Throw it 3 wide. You know you want to.
Oh, no, there are. See, this is what I kind of like about this car. Like, the multi-groove racing is a little bit better in these than I've found in a lot of others. Because these guys have been 2 wide, 3 wide. Several lanes are working.
Yeah, here goes
It's fun to
Ethan.
watch.
Pulling the draft on 93. Come on, Ethan. Give us some entertainment. Frey gonna dive in. He's gonna slide up. 35 gonna get the run on Richmond. 6 comes down and, oh man, kills the run off the 35. But at the front, Cohen's gonna take second in the stage, just barely around Zach Bucher. And that is gonna be the battle to watch when we get back to green. I'm going to be interested to see what Jacob can do on the restart if he manages to come out first.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
Honestly, Forest card does not look as bad as what I thought it was going to be when I saw that crash on the broadcast.
All right, so down pit road, it's going to be a big battle between these top 3. Dinger, Warman, Medlin, Barkley, Simone, Richmond, Harmon. The top 10. So, mission 1, get down pit road, get down fast, get out better than what you came in. And mission 2, don't overthrow your pit stall. And number 3, put 4 freshies on.
Yeah, I really don't see anybody taking less than 4 here.
You got to take 4.
Yeah. And do we need to pit from this point on, or is it just a green flag run?
I do not think.
I'm not sure of the gas mileage.
I don't know, actually.
Where's Chad when you need him? He's the
Bucher
gas
went
mileage
by
guy.
his pit.
Yeah, Tony
Yeah.
shot through a good bit too.
Well, race off pit road. It's going to be the race for the win, perhaps. With how hard it's been to pass, Cohen's the master of pit road today. Comes out first again. Jacob Denson second. Dinger third. Warman fourth. Bucher fifth. It's going to be Barkley in sixth. Simone is seventh. Harmon eighth. Richmond ninth. Flanagan 10th. Matt Forns will get the wave. And we'll be back to green in a few. I'm going to head to the fridge.
You only need 16 more cautions.
16. That's a magic number.
Poor dude. That's hard luck. I really want to see Barkley get up here and race for this win. I feel like he typically sneaks in there at the end with good long runs.
We're going to give that new Clemson, or that new FSU fan, Chase Harden, a little TV time.
I'm glad that he's in the Seminoles car too to get this time. Beautiful gold, nice garnet, love it. I'm sure he's hating life right now.
Oh, he definitely is, especially when he comes back and sees all the TV time he's getting from it.
Oh yeah, he's got the score on the side from the thrashing Clemson takes. And I'm not even a Florida State fan, but this was a good bet. I like this. I'm hoping with that fantasy football league you guys have going on, that the loser has to run some kind of special scheme for it. Last place points, special scheme.
My question, did anyone have Aaron Rodgers on their team?
Someone had to pick him up. I mean, he's one of those guys, like, I don't care where he goes, he's going to get points.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. Now
he's
you're,
going to be giving pointers.
I feel so bad for Jets fans. Like, I'm a Jaguar fan, and we don't have anything to really cheer about these days, especially after last week. But like, Jets had all their hopes on prayers on the 39-year-old, and 4 minutes in, his career highlight as a Jet is running out with the American flag, and that's about it.
Yeah, I didn't even. I don't know. I
At least
was.
you're not a Denver fan.
I mean,
It's a
I
shame.
feel like that's a one-off. I don't think. I mean, Denver's not great by any stretch of the imagination,
I think. I
but
think
that was bad.
Russell needs a change in scenery.
I think he is. I think he's kind of done. Like he was good for a bit when he had his legs under him when he was younger, but now it kind of goes the way of like Michael Vick. Once the running threat is kind of gone, he doesn't have the arm to really back it up.
All right. Well, Davey, who do you got for the last 40?
Oh, let's see. I'm going with Barkley. Barkley has
Barkley.
been. I think he's been clean. I don't see any heavy damage.
Well, I'm gonna go with Canoes.
And I love Barkley's car. I love that. I mean, like I think a lot of the North South cars have it. That rainbow effect they got going on. Man,
Pretty
I don't
cool.
see no damage on him. He's outside, and I like the outside on these restarts. Yep, I'm going with Barkley.
Sticking with Harmon, but my boy Dinger's up there in P4.
Yeah, bet the chat would love to see some Dinger getting the win, perhaps.
Tell y'all what, we're going to crank it up just a little bit on this restart.
All right.
While he was turning it up, King Coda came in with a follow. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coda. I believe that would be my teammate in trucks. But yeah, oh, Barkley in the wall. Big slapper. But yeah, as I was going to say,
Davey, that's on you.
Coons
I
did not
know.
get a good
He's
restart.
gonna kill me later.
Yeah, Coons did not get a good restart. Panicked, got under Jacob, and was lucky to get back second. Yeah, not a good restart there from Coons. And that's the problem. If you don't get a good restart on the top, you are very vulnerable to that first turn. So he's going to have to make some work. Warman in third right now. Dinger fourth. Barkley and Zach battling for fifth. Zach's just in the slot in behind Barkley. Pointless just to kind of sit down there and just battle on the inside, where the inside on the start at least is not good.
I don't see big damage on Barkley's right, so he should be all right for the moment.
Yeah, just a little bit of some scrapes.
Well, we've been talking about it, that mid-pack battle, and here we've got it again. Different cars, same position. 5 through 12. That's a...
Ethan making his way back up to 7th spot. As long as he can get around Harmon, which should not be a problem. Crowding Ethan a bit.
And, oh no.
leaned heavy on each other right there.
Yeah, good save there from Ethan not to wreck. Now, Davey, do you think they'll be able to run it to the end without needing fuel?
40 laps is a lot to get through here.
Now, granted,
A little bit
our
less than
first
40.
race lap was on 150, 115.
What? So Xfinity could go about 36 to 38 laps, and I think we run a little bit less fuel than they do. So you might be able to make it the whole way through. And I don't really see anybody holding back right now. So it's either they know they can't make it and they're going to have to pit, or they are extremely confident that they can. Because there's no, I don't see clutch in it or anything for much of anybody. I mean, I'm back here watching Kevin Jordan in 18th, 19th spot, and even they are racing real hard.
Larky just got pinballed there.
Speaking of the devil, there goes Colt. Oh, Colt's around.
No caution yet.
Oh,
ooh, that might be a caution.
Now he
Big
kept it
hit.
off, right?
Yeah, he kept it off.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
that's some bad luck.
He may be
But
unconscious.
These cars are hard to catch.
So what happened with Colt is he lost it coming into the corner, and got on the apron, still couldn't hang on to it, and then finally just lost it on corner exit, slams in the McComas.
And now we have the 30. Is that a 39 in the ball and back? Yeah, Medlin took a right. Oh yeah, and Medlin's still in the wall.
Yeah,
I think his
Medlin
right
has
front's
some
destroyed.
damage. Yeah, what happened is he got into it with Harmon and then got made loose by Kolb, and he nosed it real hard, and I'm going to check him right now. He might have a meatball. Yeah, meatball flag for Jeff. And meatball for Colt.
His right, Medlin's right front is pointing a completely different direction than what he's wanting to go.
A couple close calls, but no caution. Bucher going to try to get around Warman. He's going to try to get in the fourth there. Get up around Warman, an easy pass. Not even contested. Ethan up to sixth. Don't count him out. Been hanging back all day. But, you know, he's getting back up there. And Ethan going to be aggressive here. Maybe bank on an extra set of tires, perhaps? I think he might have one. Yeah, he does. He does have an extra set. I believe Killens is going to be out of right side tires. Denson's out of tires.
Yeah,
Barkley
so
is a pair left.
They're hoping
Bucher's out.
this goes green.
Yeah, this race could definitely get flipped over if, say, a caution came out within the next 5-10 laps.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who are out. I think the only cars I'm looking on here at the pit stop times, the only drivers that I think have a pair left would be Barkley, Warman, Ethan, Simone, Richmond, Harmon, I believe Connor, maybe Gibb. Markey has a pair left over. Kevin Jordan, Kolb. There's a lot of guys that do have a pair, but there are also a lot that don't. And a lot of guys that don't have a pair are up in the front.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can make it on fuel with about 5 to 7 laps into the good. So I mean, if this goes green, Kewins, people without tires are sitting nice. But if we get a caution at the very end, I don't know. I don't know. Do you stay out with the old tires, take a little bit of fuel, maybe weigh the back of the car down a little bit more?
70. Pitting. This time by.
He might be hurting from one of those wrecks. He's got pretty substantial right front damage and slowed down a lot after the Colt and Medlin incidents. I don't know if he got caught in one of them, but his car's pretty big.
I think he did. So, with that being said, Colt has left. So, bye-bye, Colt.
I mean, yeah, there was nothing he was going to be able to do. Even if the car was able to get fixed, he'd be so many laps down, it wouldn't really matter at this point.
So Matt Forens, as long as he can stay out of it for a couple laps, he will pass Colt Curry.
Free spot. I love free spots.
Yes, we do. Looks like Medlin still fixing damage down pit road. So as long as he can keep his spot from Matt, he'll be okay. Kuhn's still hanging on, but seems to be slowing down. Jacob Denson right now a 10th faster, but Bucher right now, fastest car on the track. Doesn't hurt when you're getting a good old push from behind either.
Hope to
Ethan's
say he
really
hit that
falling off.
white line. That's what caused it for him.
Yeah, and he was loose the whole corner anyway, so didn't really do him any favors.
You've got three really good separate packs kind of going at it. I'm back here riding with Gibbs. Him, Tony, and Malarkey have a good battle going on. The group in front of them has 5 cars in different lanes. I can see up front, 2nd to 4th is all real close and going side by side a good bit. I like being able to watch, and see racing all over the place. No matter what spot, someone's got something to race for.
Zach's starting to fall off. Dinger gets into 5th spot. Swat up in front of Zach, and Zach gonna try back down bottom. About 17 to go.
That fresh air really is killer. So even if who is it, Barkley or Dinger or Zach can get around Cubans and catch up to Denson, it's a whole different story trying to get around somebody. This car, I mean, like I said, in my limited little bit in this car, it is hard to get around people. So at least in that aspect, it does mirror the real life car really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a challenge to get around this in this car. Aero push is one thing, but it's just the way things
Barkley.
are. Oh, Barkley in the wall. It's gonna slow down to the 31 as well.
Oh,
31 driving
Oh,
up
they're gonna
into
hit
the
again.
57. Yeah, Eric Warman, make sure you're clear next time. Yeah, pay attention, Barkley.
I love the spiciness in chat. I'm not one to usually pipe up, but I love listening.
Oh, Frey and Gibb getting a little bit of a bump. Frey got, 32 got loose in the Tony. So far, only one caution for cause. That was in stage 1. And Denson has completely checked out. And he's pretty much got this in the bag, I would say. Unless a caution comes out at this point.
And honestly, by the way, people keep getting close. It is a likelihood.
And we're getting to that point too where, tire fall off in about the next couple of laps. People are going to start getting loose. So we shall see. Zach gets under Dinger. And he's struggling down there. Just bottom just doesn't seem to be working too good. I mean, he might be able to get the pass here if he can get a nice dive in and get the draft, but this ain't working for him right now. He's staying 4th. That high side's dominant right now.
So when we went green, I'll go with Denson because he is just walking away. We were running 29.9s, 30.0s.
Yeah.
And that last couple times by has been a 30.5. So if we get that late race caution, with this many laps on the tires.
Zach and Dinger a little bit into each other. It's a big battle for that final interview spot. Who do you want to interview, Dinger or Zach tonight, Jeremy?
Man, both these guys won it. Yeah. We had Zach
Dinger a little bit loose. Don't hit the wall.
God, these cars push up
tight.
tight. Oh, no!
He takes out Dinger. Caution is out.
Oh, God.
Oh, and there goes Harmon, too. And Connor barely misses it. Let's see what happened. It
I heard
looked
Connor
like
screaming from here.
I think Zach came up into the 2. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, pretty much.
I mean, I think I get Zach's trying to side draft and whatnot, but that was a bit much.
And Dinger, yeah, his tires is dead too. That's not going to do Harmon any favors too. And Dinger was one of those guys that I believe had a set left, maybe. I'm not sure, but it's going to take a good run, top 5 run from Dinger. It's going to end it. But now it's going to get spicy. A lot of cars coming down pit road. There are some cars, and most of them are leaders, that do not have any tires to spare. Tony's going to stay out, try to get some positions, as well as Fastenbender. Everybody else down pit road, this is going to be the money stop. 2 tires or 4 tires?
We have 8 laps left, probably about as Connor overshoots his pit, 6 or 7 laps left, maybe.
Barkley is going to be the first car on 4.
I don't know. This many laps left, and you have a couple cars in front of you. I'm probably gonna go with 4. If this was a green-white checkered, I think I'd be sticking with 2.
So Barkley is going to be the first car out on 4 tires. Tim Harmon and Connor Darnell both come out with 2. The one problem, though, for Harmon is look at that front.
None your business, and JW937. Appreciate the follow there.
That car's dead. DED dead.
He might have some speed in it still. The one thing I'm worried
Maybe
about
behind
if I'm
somebody.
Barkley, though, I don't want to be restarting behind that one car, though. I'm telling you that much right now.
If I'm Barkley, I don't care if I'm behind the one. All I care about is that I'm on that top lane because I want to be able to send it wherever my car can go, middle, top, whatever. But if he gets stuck on the bottom, he's going to get bottlenecked, and he's going to lose too much time. If he's going to be able to get to the front, he's got to get. Oh wow, Fastbender just spun Tony.
Oh.
What in the world?
Oh, and now the 32. What is going on here?
Is he?
We just.
Yeah, he just disconnected. He's gone. Oh, there goes Gibbs. Uh-oh.
Looked like we got a mass disconnect or something, because Kolb, the 32, just completely lost it. Hit the 93.
It wasn't mad. 2 people disconnected, but that's strange. We had this problem in Xfinity during practice. Like 10 or so of us just dropped randomly.
Yeah, and Fastenbender dropped too. So that is what I'm thinking happened with these 2 guys is that they probably did a really hard blank, couldn't see anybody, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I've seen it before. People just disconnect and then just like barrel through 20 cars, get no damage. They don't slow down, but it kills everybody else. But that's poor luck. Do either of them have heavy damage from that hit?
Richmond definitely got the harder of the 2 hits, but it doesn't look too bad.
Tony looked like he just got spun.
Yeah, 93 doesn't look too bad either, but the one thing that sucks, at least for Matt, is that, well, and Tony, is that they're going to have, like, that's some tire wear that you're taking off there. So.
I mean, Tony already had old tires, so he's not really losing all that much.
Not really going to help out Richmond, though.
Fassbender out there in the chat saying his stuff just pooped. Public apology to Tony. I was going to say, that don't seem like Fassbender to be doing that too well. And Connor bumping Zach.
Yeah, so 2 guys just disconnect at the same time. Unfortunate, especially given that the race is almost over, taking away 2 good runs.
So you said Barkley's on 4. Is Warman on 4?
Connor's spotting in and out.
Well,
because Barkley is stuck on that inside lane, so he might be in trouble.
I'm not sure what Warman took, but I think Warman might be on 4.
I like it. He's in a good spot.
Looks like everybody's
Well,
on
it's
4
gonna
except
be
for Connor and Harmon.
a 6-car battle, maybe even more. Darnell and Harmon, the best on new tires, and Justin and Warman, I believe, have all 4. Here we go. Green flag. Old versus new, 2 versus 4 versus none. Let's go.
Denson
Connor
just
Darnell
floored
just
it.
appeared back into the picture. Connor Darnell, man, he might be going 2 for 2 here, as he is absolutely just flying down the back straightaway. Got around Zach, got around Tony. Takao is flying right now. Warman, oh man, Warman getting loose on the turn, still managing to save it. He's
What a save.
still
That's impressive.
always in the wall. And big caution coming out now.
Oh.
And
Is that
Connor Darnell
Nance?
is improved to 3rd.
Nance involved in that one. Warman, two separate incidents there.
Yeah, I think Warman did a good job of trying to keep it into the wall. But I think Buckley and Nance just were avoiding and got together.
Just a hard car to save.
Yeah. I really thought Warman had it for a second.
Apparently, just Jacob Denson may be.
Did he jump that restart?
No, he didn't.
I don't see any black flags.
He said he didn't want to see that jumping again, but maybe that was just trash talk because he. Yeah, but Connor Darnell, manages to get around 2 guys on just the first half lap, and he's going to be behind the lead car. Connor Darnell might go 2 for 2 here.
We're never going to hear the end of it if,
Oh,
if he
Lord.
does. Because it was last week Connor's first win.
And his first
I
race
believe so.
sponsored. He sponsored this one.
This
Yeah,
is
he
going to
sponsored this
be a
one,
new
too.
trend. It's going to be like Chris Bushner. Like once he gets his first, the rest of them are just going to pile on.
He's going to start sponsoring
Well-
every race if this is the case.
Well, put it this way, Connor has sponsored the Final 4, so he might be the champion.
If I'm him, I'm sponsoring one race in every round at least at this point.
Yeah, he's let's see what he has sponsored. He has sponsored Pocono, Talladega, Kansas in round 12, and Dover for the Final 4. So
No, so he has won the Cup Series.
what?
Thomas out there. I didn't realize Connor had already won last year.
Yeah, he won
Was it
Daytona last week.
Did he
When
win
did
last year?
When did he win? Because this must have. I don't remember ever calling him to a win. This must have been before I arrived in here to commentate.
Season opener of the season. Darnell won last week in the Cup Series.
No, I mean I was talking like had he won before that.
I don't know that.
I have
I
to
don't
go
think
back
he
and look.
had.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
I don't
typically a
remember.
great dirt driver, but I thought he's had kind of rough luck on asphalt.
Well, Connor is in the best spot right now. Justin Barkley is in 6th. He's in 3rd. The top cow, I got my money on him right now. He's going to be aggressive. And I mean, considering how much quicker he was on that restart, it's going to be. It's going to be interesting for Connor. We might be seeing the 2 in a row for that 9 car tonight.
Denson's going to have to get the best restart he's ever had and pray that Qins can use the high side to keep Connor at bay for at least a lap.
The problem is, though, that Connor's car is just so much quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him on that restart. I'm going to rewind on my end back to the restart real fast. But what happened on the restart is, he's flying, 177 miles an hour. Basically, he's getting way better into the corners, and he even backed off. He backed off quite hard. With Tony and Zach in front of him. So, I mean, as long as he can just get a good restart with Jacob, I think Coons will be pretty easy pickings. And then it's just throw it wherever Jacob doesn't. Right now, I would say the odds are in Connor's favor right now.
Yeah, I think he's sitting pretty. Barkley's only going to be a row back, but he does get the outside this time.
Yeah. Justin maybe would have a chance at a win if Connor wasn't up there, but even in 6, that's still a decent amount to gain. But the problem with the outside is you're at a disadvantage, at least on the restart, for the first half lap.
Yeah, that first lap's going to be rough.
Or man, catwalking down the straightaway, according to him.
All he's got to do is make it 2 laps in the back.
One lap down, though, so as long as he makes it around, he'll be okay. He doesn't need to push or nothing. All right. Well, here we go. Takao, Darnell going for 2 in a row. Denson got back in the lead at a good part at the end of the race, but this is where the tires matter. Connor Darnell all over the rear of Denson. He is itching to go. Here we go. Good restart by the 9 and easily should clear the 60. Connor is going to get a run down this corner and into the back straightaway. He just needs to clear the 60, get up there, and he'll be able to do whatever he wants with Denson. Where's Denson going to go? Where's Connor going to go? Connor gets it down low.
Oh, no.
Denson slides up. Here comes Connor Darnell. White flag.
He just can't keep the car down.
Caution out. Re-racking them again.
Caution, and it's going to be...
Chase.
Let's see what happened here. We were running pretty wide in the back. Harmon, another incident of the car climbing up the track, got into the 8 car, and oh man,
73 came down.
Chase Harden took a big lick on that.
About like Clemson
on
did.
That car.
I think Chase really enjoyed that hit, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to kill this car.
That's a big one.
I don't
know. A lot of hard hits.
It seemed like Davey Joe. I think that car might have intentionally stayed turning right.
I don't know. I mean, I bet he'd love to get a win in that car. He tried to save it.
So yeah, Harmon just bounced off Malarkey, and it just took Nance and Chase with him.
I'll tell you, if that was in real life, that would have been a nasty hit. He hit that wall going 136, concrete wall. That would have been a nasty, nasty hit.
Yeah, these cars typically don't treat drivers very well when they do hit.
I mean, it was nearly head on. Man, big one for the 5.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, as long as Connor gets a good restart, I don't see anybody being able to get close to him. Denson and Kewen's tires are too old, and anyone on fresher tires is too far back to really get a good run.
Matt Richmond's in 5th.
Cummins and Bucher are both on same set tires.
Yeah, they're just significantly older.
Matt Richmond I believe he pitted.
Richmond is 141, so him and Barkley and Connor are all on the same last pit.
Yeah, so Frey's still gonna probably come out with a good, at least gain. He wasn't running that good, so he's gonna be at least in a pretty good position when everything's all said and done. But even though Richmond pitted, you know, just got to get it to the white flag, and Connor should be smooth sailing. Just has to get a good restart, and these cars, they restart rather well, and 2 tires. It is the order of the day. I gotta say, 2 tires. It's real strong.
Whoever gets this restart is pretty much going to lock it down.
Honestly, I think Connor could completely blow the restart and let Denson get around him. But he just seems so much quicker. I still think he'd be able to get back around him. So I really do feel like it's Connor's race to lose at this point.
Coates wanting to
Yeah.
avoid the post-race inspection.
Denson did make a little bit of a mistake, though. But even with that little mistake, he was probably going to run that. He says. So Connor's going to take the inside. He says he doesn't know how to do this because he's not up there that often.
It's on the right, Connor. It's on the right.
He, I mean, this was the second to last lap of the race was his first lap led all night.
If Connor winds up taking this one, I would never change this paint scheme.
I do see a little tag on his back. Jeremy, since when are we paying his rent?
A lot has happened, but apparently we're paying something. I think it's that motor under that car. He keeps winning.
Yeah, don't forget, Connor, every win, 25% the winnings go to the boys, Jeremy and Joe. Nah, we're just kidding.
I can't really forgive. You got Bucher back there too, so he's been strong.
Doesn't matter.
He's been fast all night. He just has to. I mean, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. The tires aren't going to be enough.
If he can get is Bucher on new or old tires?
He's on old tires.
Oh yeah, I don't. I mean, he might be able to get past Kewins or Denson, but if he's on old tires, same as those two, I don't see him catching Connor.
Frey is the last car on olds.
Jeez,
Richmond
Connor made some good time.
Yeah, he did. I mean, pretty much, we're having a battle for second and third right now. They're having a battle to talk to us. People love talking to us. Some people, some don't. It's all right. All right, all we need, Connor, is a good restart. Then the Takao car is going to be in victory lane 2 times over. Connor leads him down. Looking for a second win in the Cup Series. Bad start. Here we go.
Oh,
Connor got a bad start.
Can Denson get down in front of him? He's going
to
try.
Get down in front. Yeah.
Oh. That is a brave man.
He's going to rush him, though, on this next corner. It's pretty much just going to be wherever Denson does not go. He might even get a run on him down the back straightaway. Connor Darnell. Oh, he's going to get right down under him. Same move again in 3 and 4. He makes it stick this time, though. Denson does. White flag. This time it stays green.
Just contacting him back. I think that was Ethan and Kewins.
Apparently.
But now you have Barkley catching up to Darnell. He might send it 3 wide.
Driver chat disabled. Here we go. Barkley looking for the win, too. Barkley going to try to squeeze on the outside. It's going to be a side-by-side finish. No, it won't. Barkley gets loose. Connor Darnell, the flying Takao, is going to win 2 in a row. And Malarkey will sneak in for third. And it looks like we may have some drama at the end of this one. Just want to shout Malarkey out real fast. Started 11th on that restart. There was a big stack up in the back of the pack. on that restart, and I'm looking back right now. I want to see what happened with Ethan.
It just looks like him and Kewins got together in the tribal. Ethan might have gotten into on the apron and it might have hooked him right a tad bit.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if that was Ethan's fault, but Richmond got the worst end of it, and then Ethan got took around. Nance got in his billionth wreck, and then well, Kolb ends up going backwards too. But hey, Connor Darnell, ain't he gonna be a happy man? He's gonna be burning it down 2 in a row.
If this is the case, I think everybody's going to start sponsoring races.
More money for the league. I like it.
Well,
I'm gonna let you guys get on with your interviews. I appreciate you guys letting me up here for the last little bit of this race. It was
hey,
fun.
if you want, you can interview someone.
Nah, that is y'all's game. That is not my game. You guys are great
All
at it.
right.
I'll get some practice another day.
All right. Well, feel free to hop in the booth any other time. I like having you here.
Yep, appreciate y'all.
All
Have a good one.
right. See ya.
And that was a.
All right.
Back in the back was just wow.
Yeah, Malarkey, I got to tell him though, good run on that final 2 laps. I mean, yeah, it helps when a couple guys wreck in front of you.
Yeah, Richmond seems to have got into Ethan is what really started all that.
No, what happened was
rewind it and watch.
Ethan was running his line. He didn't want to go on the apron. Kewins came down on him, and then he wasn't really going to give it the spot. And yeah, I mean, hard racing at the end. And 4th, 5th, and 6th all disappear. Barkley may have had a chance because Barkley was coming on Darnell. He was coming real fast, and then
if he'd had one more lap, he'd have had him.
It looked like he got loose and had to back out. It would have been close, but definitely not what we had expected. And Jacob Denson, who may have been the for sure winner, 5th.
All right, we're going to get Malarkey up here. But that hard charge there at the end, what did you say? It was from 11th all the way up to 3rd within, what, a lap?
Yep, and beats Mike Simone by 7/100th of a second to get 3rd. All right. Justin, how you doing?
Hey, doing better now. I guess if it's going to be good at the end.
Yeah, how about that run at the end of the race? Because you made up a ton of positions, 11th to 3rd. You know, I was expecting you to come up closer in the race, but you just didn't really get up there ever.
No, I really need to work on qualifying so I could at least get a chance to be up there. I just struggled. I think I started like 19th. Like you said, I never got up there, and then I didn't take tires, and then I decided to pit early, and I didn't call it out there loud enough, and have to just do a better job at that. Kind of had a little pit issue there, but other than that, it all worked out good.
Yeah, how'd the car feel for you today? Because it looked like it was some interesting faces up there today.
Yeah, I really liked the car, but unfortunately didn't like it until really deep, way too deep into the run when it finally loosened up on me. I couldn't really make up positions. I could get a little bit on the outside, but then I just kind of beat up the tires there at the right front, driving too hard in the corners on the outside. But figured things out. Long season, so got to work on it.
All right. Well, overall, good run for you today. It helps to have the top 4, 5, and 6 a wreck in front of you too. to get some
Yeah.
extra position. Bet your
Yeah.
teammate wasn't too happy about that one though.
No. But I have to go see what happened, talk to him. But yeah, so not a
What do you
great
got for
night
shout
overall.
outs?
Shout out to the team for helping keep me calm the whole night because it was a battle, definitely a long night. And shout out to you guys for putting the race on, and all the family members watching because I know they look forward to it. Wednesday night specials.
All right. Well, good job tonight. Up 16 positions, not the highest mover. That was Justin Barkley at 20. You moved up 16 tonight. So good job.
Thank you.
We will see what you can do next week. How do you feel about next week?
Should be good. Just really gonna try and focus on qualifying, try and do a little bit different setup on the steering pinion, maybe get a little more turn in the corners a little faster.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Nashville is a difficult track, so
Yeah.
we'll see what you can do.
That's for sure.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Oh,
We got Barkley.
yeah, I was gonna say, Joe, we don't talk to Barkley too much, but he's up here tonight, and
We
his,
talked to Barkley a decent amount.
not up here in the podium.
Yeah,
Come
we did.
on now.
You should have had that FSU scheme on yourself.
That was my FSU scheme just for him.
Well, with tonight, took 4. Do you think you'd have been better off if you had taken 2?
Well, I think I would have been better if I wouldn't have been so easy on that second to last restart. Kind of screwed it up and got stuck behind a slower car. But once I got to that faster lane on the bottom, I really thought I had the car to beat. I mean, I was fast. I love Vegas. I've got a black flag for speeding in the pits to start, so I had to go back to the back. And then kids were screaming, so I had to go back to the back again. But I think I finished second here last year too, so I was hoping to get it done. Just one short, but congrats to Connor.
Yeah, Connor is going to be, I'll tell you this, he's going to be a very happy camper when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it was a good race. There was some stuff at the end that got a little spicy, but it was good.
Yeah, overall, you were looking pretty good at the second half of the race. Especially you were the highest mover, gaining 20 spots. How was it driving through the field today? Because it looked like it was difficult making moves at times.
Yeah, it was difficult. Had to do a lot of downshifting, setting up the runs. But for some reason, I love Vegas. Just kind of clicks. But shout out to Isaac too. He helped me, crew chief.
Crew chiefing instead of doing his job. Nice.
Crew chief and got Barkley at P2, so
yeah.
I mean, Isaac's a great crew chief. He's helped me a lot in other races too.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, I'll tell you this though. What do you got for shout outs? It's good race for you, man. Good race.
Shout out to Cutscene, AWG, GT Cruise Travels, all our other sponsors, Jabba PC, Martin Sports, Exiled. Shout out to North South, SBRN, everybody that makes this happen every week.
All right. Well, good job to you, man. Maybe next week. And
I'm getting the win. It's gonna happen.
Hey, P2's a good. P2's good for you though, man. P2's good. Drove it strong. Hardest charger. You had a good race tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Connor the Flying Takao Darnell.
Back to back. Everybody talks about his heat main. He's got something new to brag about now. And I'm pretty sure he's going to sponsor every race for the rest of the season if this is how the trend is going to be.
Oh, man. What a night. I think once we get done here, I'm going to go hit the strip and blow all my winnings tonight.
Well, tonight, when caution came out, you was running 10th. And, you was up there all right a couple times, not really up in the front. But how about that caution coming out, having the tires left over? making the call on 2, which with how the lefts are, they don't really make much of a difference, at least on a short run. Barkley looked like he was coming, but on the restart, man, you were flying.
Yeah, we we did a little bit of practice early in the week, and I think there's some other teams in there, and they kind of play with some strategies, and I heard this worked out. I'd like to shout out Matt Forens for kind of giving that strategy out. They kind of did some testing earlier this week, and everybody was in there, and I knew later in the race if a caution was going to come out, and I had a decent starting position, I was going to go 2 tires and give myself the best chance to be up there for a podium or a top 5. And somehow we hung on to it. We lost it there on the restart, but somehow we got back around, and Denson got up a little bit, and it worked out, and we went back to back.
So, how are you feeling? Final caution. You're about to take the white caution comes out. And then on that restart, get a good restart.
Yeah, so that first green white checkered, I think we were less than 100 feet from the stripe, and caution came out, and in my team chat, I probably said some stuff over the voice chat that I probably should have. I said some words I won't say on here, but I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" Like, I was that close to taking the white, and I had a decent little bit of space between me and Denson, and he got a good restart on that first green white checkered, so I was like, all right, I'm starting first. I'm just going to take the bottom because it seemed like he got a good start there. But I don't know if I just got a bad start or if Zach pushed him out there out front on the restart. But yeah, somehow we got a good enough run, and he pushed up in 3 and 4. We were able to get under him, and then we were able to hold off Barkley coming out of 3 and 4.
Yeah. Well, Tom just put in a chat, says he has you at 4 wins this season.
4 wins? Oh man. There's a couple tracks on the schedule that I really like, and just kind of have good luck there. Like, I'm decent at Pocono, and I sponsored that one, so if things keep going how they are, we might be talking again once we get to Pocono. But crazy things have happened. Like I said, there's a couple tracks on the schedule that I really like, and I have decent runs at, and if we can put together a good run and stay out of trouble, we might be sitting there on the podium.
All right. Good job tonight. Got that flying Takao race car. 2nd win of the year. Actually, 3rd win of the year because you won the duels as well. So you already got 3 wins under your belt. 2 official, 1 unofficial. What do you got for shout outs?
Yeah, just really shout out to my team, Takao Motorsports, and Turbo Tucos, Colt, Gibb, Chase, Eric, Derek, Connor Darnell Designs. Like I said last week, he makes one hell of a wrap. If you guys need wrap stuff, go to him. He does some good stuff. At least I think he does. Let's see. Shout out to Chipotle and Pepto Bismol for picking me up whenever I truly need it. And just shout out to the guys at the league that put on all this, all of our sponsors, and yeah, it's really awesome to be able to come out here and do this. And it's kind of nice to be in victory lane and actually able to talk to you guys now. So that's been fun. So shout out to you guys as well. Right. Also, like I said, shout out to Matt Forens for the tire strategy. He's a dog. I'm sure we'll talk soon. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, and I don't know if the standings have been updated. I'm looking right now. Yeah, they have.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
He don't like hearing it on the air. He likes seeing it.
All right, tell me. I haven't looked yet. Tell me. Where am I at?
You are first in the points.
Oh man.
Up by 1.
Yeah, I might have to get that framed because I don't know if we'll ever see that again. That's going to go on the fridge.
Yeah. Here, we'll read down the top 10 real fast. Darnell, Flanagan, Kuhns, Frey, Bucher, Barkley, Dinger, Denson, Malarkey, Richmond. I'll do the top 16. Why not? Simone, Kolb, Warman, Buckley, Rafferty, Nance.
Jeez. Oh man,
So-
yeah. I don't know if that'll stand because I don't know if they've gone in and put in bonus points yet. But you know, if I'm top 5 in points, I'm ecstatic, and you know we'll keep running and putting together solid finishes to get us where we need to be. So
Davey said you're going to be like Chris Busher. Once you get one win, you're going to just start piling on. So
hey, I'll take them as I get them, man. I'm not greedy, but I'll take them when we can.
we shall see. All right, well, good job tonight. Who knows? Maybe we'll see you again next week.
Sounds good. I mean, that'd be awesome. If anybody wants to catch me, I'll be at the Bellagio in the poker room and on the blackjack table. So just feel free to catch me there. And Daddy's home.
Well, all right, I reckon we're gonna end it on that and shout out one more time the cutscene. Then we're gonna hit some dirt track racing as we're fixing to raid a dirt late model race and see how that's gonna play out. So hang around and we will see y'all tomorrow night with the ARCA series.
Yep. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Fantastic finish. Connor Darnell gets his 3rd win of the season, 2nd of the season that count.
It's been the
Good
first
night,
thing that's
everybody.
really
This is
worked
Zone
for me
Broadcast
to
Race
put me to
Network.
sleep.
We'll see you
Helps
for ARCA
relax
racing
when I'm
tomorrow.
trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works. It works. It's good.
Just try it.
The stream done, Jeremy?